One of the ways to mastery of yourself is actually cutting ties with things that bind your heart to this world. It's a very difficult thing to do because most times our emotions are attached to a lot of things, and most times when it comes from your sweat, your hard work, your money, your time, your energy, it means a lot to you. And cutting ties with things like that, material things, whatever it is always an uphill battle. So, but if you want to be a man who has mastered himself, you have to detach yourself from every form of materialism. Any form of materialism. You have to deny yourself of a lot of things. You have to kill your desires for a lot of things. It's a different journey you have to take when it comes to mastery of yourself. It would demand a lot. So something happened yesterday. I was in a public transport, about to enter actually a public transport, and suddenly the chair on the bus was actually bad, so I didn't even know, and somehow the chair tore my trouser, and I felt some type of way because I liked the trouser and I paid money for it. It was one of it's one of the trousers I got that I had to, like, it was my hard-earned money. I used to get the trouser, so I felt for like I think close to 5 minutes or 10 minutes within that range. I was very unhappy. I was sad, and it hit me out, and it hit me like, oh, I'm actually attached to this stuff. It's okay because as a human being, you would have that level of emotional attachment, but it should not be something that should linger. That should linger beyond the normal time frame. It should not linger past a day. It should not linger past an hour. It should not linger past 30 minutes. And it has gotten to that point where I'm quite very nonchalant about a lot of events that happen, and it might seem like I don't care, or I don't have emotions involved. It's one of those things that is a my nonchalantness, or me being nonchalant to events, is or anything that happens around me, it stems out from the fact that I have cut ties with a lot of things that are actually close to my heart. I have cut a lot of ties that some things don't even bother me anymore. They don't have so much weight or gravity. Like if it was someone else will react. And some people might even go to the extreme of saying you're heartless. But it's not that you're heartless, it's just that that desire, that human drive to feel for something is dead. Or is even is even probably half life or about to die, if I'll put it that way. So, you that's the result of you cutting ties with a lot of things, detaching yourself, detaching your spirit, your soul from the material things of life. That's one of the ways you can master yourself and gain ultimate freedom and live at ease. Because I see, and it makes you be more like an onlooker, an observer of life. Because I see when people, maybe someone dies and people cry and all that, and I can sit back and look at a lot of things, whether the crying is even emotional, whether the I am crying is authentic, or they're just, people are just crying because they just have to cry, like everybody has to cry, like you know. You start questioning a lot of things. You start, okay, the person that is late, you start reflecting on the person's life and a lot of things and what the person did. It makes you see things from an observer point of view, and you probably appreciate life more and would want to live life with so much vigor and focus and authenticity. You want to live life to its fullest. You want to live life as someone who is genuine, not fake. You know, when you see a lot of things, because most times even the emotions people express are just, people are just acting based on stimulus, just stimuli. They don't sit back and reflect before reacting or expressing whatever emotions. So materialism is one of those things that has consumed the soul of people. That people are attached to everything. People are attached to their phones. If you take their phones away from them, they can't stay for just 30 minutes. It has gotten to that point. Or even 1 hour. People can't, okay, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, people can't stay without their phones. People can't have conversations, you know. People can't sit in silence and enjoy it. They just want to be busy. They just want to, they just want to do something. They want to fill in the space with something else, distract themselves. And that is not how life is supposed to be. You know, you start questioning a lot of things. Because when you step into this level of consciousness or spirituality, you start relegating material things and taking things that are you start possessing things that are both intangible and tangibles. You start possessing them. It's more like a hunt. So it's actually a journey that every man is called to, but most people never subscribe to it. You can have all the Ferraris, have everything, and you still feel empty. And someone down the street just has one pair of polo and shorts or just trouser and is happy and sees life differently. You know? So there are people that have a lot of money, they have good beds, and they don't even sleep on the bed. Something happened, was it just a couple of weeks ago, and the pillow I used to sleep, I discovered that, oh God, the pillow is even making things even worse for me. My back, I don't recover fast sleeping on the pillow, so I have to remove the pillow. Normally pillow is meant to give you comfort. I have to remove the pillow and just lie on the bed like that. So you start looking at a lot of things and realize that as a man, you don't even need everything like that to live a comfortable life. You don't need a lot. What you need is purpose, direction, with consistency. Materialism has destroyed this generation, even the generation before now. And men still struggle with materialism. People want to gather a lot of things, bunch of things. You know? Because lately I've been thinking, how do I become minimalistic and use the little things I have effectively without gathering more and more and more and acquiring more things, and at the end of the day I'm not even going to use all of those things at all. If I'm going to even use any of them, probably like, let's say 1% of them or 2% of everything you decide in your whole life to use. So it's one of, every man is called to cut ties with anything that binds your heart to this world. You have to cut it, because it leads you to a path of destruction, not a path of abundance of life. You must have to master it, and it starts with cutting off things that you know your heart is connected to them. You would observe them, you will know. If it's food, you start cutting it. If it's clothing, you start cutting it. If it's having lots of wristwatches, designer wristwatches, you start cutting it. If it's having lots of whatever material thing, you start cutting it. It's a conscious decision you must take. You must decide that, okay, I want to do this, and you take that bold step. It's not something someone will force you to do. No, you must desire to do the right thing before you start seeing results. Because once that desire is not there, nobody can force you to do it unless yourself. You must be willing to change, for change to occur, to manifest. So this is more like a motivation for everyone to reflect back, you know, because I was listening to a song this morning, and I heard that line, cut ties with things that bind your heart to this world. You have to cut them. And it struck me, yeah, people are struggling with this, or people don't even know that they're even struggling with it. That's even the worst part. You don't even know that you're struggling with with materialism. You don't even know. You know? With material things, you don't even know. You don't even have an idea. So it's always a day to reflect on life and make adjustments and become a better person. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day and stay blessed. Bye.